They say revenge is a dish best served cold. But out here in the Mojave, we like it served. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Modded Fallout New Vegas with Tracks 2. We are currently here, wrong button,
right behind you,
in
boss.
Nipton. Because on our way south of here, the highwayman, would you get out of my face? Thank you. Sorry, he's ruined the moment. Ah, Nipton Sewer. This interconnects with an area way over there. I don't know quite why, but there you go. Anyway, we're currently on our way south of Nipton to kill a man named the Judge, the man who ordered the death of Stephen Randall, our previous employer. So, I've brought an anti-material rifle. It's heavy. Kind of ludicrously heavy, to be entirely honest. But I am fairly certain that this is not going to be a pleasant and simple quest. There's some Legion over that way. If you follow that little rail spur there, there's a tunnel with some Legion in it. It's kind of a nasty fight because you gotta come at them from below. Because you can't really get at, because of the way the terrain is set up, you can't come at them from above.
I've been doing this longer than you.
Hello. Who are you guys? Why am I... Okay, well, that works. Thanks, guys. Sometimes a cinematic camera can take way too long to... Ah, bottle of dirty water. All good stuff. I'll take that back to the... Okay. Scrap electronics. Those are always valuable. Hello? What is this? Oh, brilliant. Road map, and this is Bradley's Shack. Ah. I always come to Bradley's Shack, and you guys wait here. Raoul can complain.
Okay.
Ah, now, the reason I left everybody outside is because Bradley was apparently paranoid. Although it appears that they were actually out to get him, and so it's perhaps not necessarily paranoia. The flare crate here is I think this is vanilla. I'm pretty sure this is vanilla. Although, it's in an area that's so far off the map you almost never come here. Unless you get really lost on your way out of Nipton. Was there... I could have sworn there was a mine in further in. Oh. Bomb cap. Ah, star cap. Ah, grenades. Yes, I can always use grenades. I can, and actually will, always use grenades. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be pretty lost in order to actually find this place in vanilla. Let's see. Nope, nothing else up there. Yep, okay. So, it's kind of awkward that there's light coming in through the ceiling, when, if you were paying attention on the outside, and we'll step back out there and see, the shack itself is actually built into the... Yeah, there wouldn't be any light coming in through there. Alright.
Right behind you, boss.
Alright, we gotta go this way. This is a bit of an awkward, this is a bit of an awkward area to maneuver. I know that... I think some of these walls get removed by New Vegas bounties. Others are removed by the actual invisible wall remover. But, like I said, I always get lost in here, and it's always when I find Bradley's Shack that I suddenly know where I am in relation to the place we have to go, which is just over there.
Sure, boss. The old man will crawl around in the dirt to keep hidden.
Raoul, do us all a favor. Quit talking. Thank you very much. Now, what's this? Yep, red water, okay. Although it's awfully blue for being radiated. I suspect that this one was added by New Vegas bounties, and so he didn't think brown instead of the very, very blue. There's no light bulb in that, but I think it glows at night, so... Alright. We're entering the judge's bunker. Ah, robots are behind me. I don't believe anybody's actually hostile until we start shooting. However... Oh. Ah, so you are. Well, he was, anyway. I have, by the oh, okay, I remember this part. I have, by the way, fully modded this anti-material rifle up.
I've got you now.
Yeah, Raoul, have at him.
If I had hands, I would strangle the life out of him.
There we go. Yeah. Hunting shotgun. And we'll take your one round of it. That's kind of an obnoxious thing to do, is just give you the one round of ammo. However, I'll take your combat armor because, yes, I recognize I'm over-encumbered. Thank you, Vegas. There we go. Make sure mine stays in tip-top shape. Take his ammo. Let's see. Ramen steaks. Coyote steaks. And Nuka-Cola. I'm basically looting all the food because no one is going to survive. It's backpack time. Ah, hello. Take that. No, I didn't want the combat armor this time. I actually encountered a group of Legion. Ah, yes. Hello. Here. Take these. Not that. There. Actually, encountered a group of Legion assassins on my way here, or on my way to Nipton. Sorry about that. And the judge. I thought he had sentry bots in here. I guess not.
Your arrival's well timed. Your restraint is noted. Most in your position would have swept into these chambers with little mind to dialogue.
Let's see. Who are you?
Titles are ultimately a trivial matter. What I can do, however, is more important.
Really? Well, what can you do?
I represent an organization of like-minded individuals. We're beginning to assert ourselves across the carcass of North America. In time, we'll be in a position to establish control on a regional level. You've proven yourself capable. Despite your obdurate nature, I'm willing to extend an offer to join the organization. This is your only chance.
Yeah. So now there's a split here. There's actually two options. One option keeps you on the good side of the law. You can move on to New Vegas bounties too. The other option is actually an evil option, which I have to applaud some guy for doing, because even the vanilla game doesn't have quite as much to do on the evil side as it could. But however, Clarissa's not interested. You're nothing more than a murderer. I want no part of this.
That's a shame. Such a waste.
And now the fight starts. Yeah, good luck going hand to hand with the giant robot. Get him, Highwayman. Hey, stand still. Thank you very much. Sheesh, some people are so inconsiderate. The Judge is now dead, which spells the end for Richter and Associates' presence in the Mojave Wasteland. You've distinguished yourself as the premier bounty hunter in the region, and as a result, you've acquired a boost to your damage resistance. I will take any boost I can get. New Vegas Bounties 2 starts immediately. With the collapse of the Mojave's private bounty hunting firms, the market now favors individuals with the skill and fortitude to collect bounties alone. Short on manpower and at the fringes of its territory, the NCR is actively sponsoring bounty hunters who can bring the Mojave's most notorious outlaws to justice. Anyone can acquire a license regardless of their affiliation, karma, or creed. Speak to Captain Larry Skull at the Boulder City Jail to become a NCR-sponsored bounty hunter. This should be an NCR-sponsored bounty hunter. Thank you very much. A new bureaucracy. Which is the actual start of New Vegas Bounties 2. The Judge. Judge Safekey. I will take his unique hatchet, but he can keep the rest of his things. However, he's not allowed to keep his head. Yeah, these are the bodyguards that tried to play with highwaymen. Suffice to say, it did not go well. So, there's a little bit of loot in here. The Judge's key, if I remember entirely correctly. Throwing meat. Throwing knife. Oops. I will take all of his food. Now, this door. Yeah, as you may have noted. Oh wow, lots of things. Now, as you may have noticed, the Judge was a pedophile. Okay. I'm not even going to try to do the Cthulhu voice thing. But these are Red Bear's Return, a warning, there's 2 copies of warning, harmonica, and a favor. So let's have a look at our notes. Miscellaneous. Red Bear's Return. Oh, a humble request in that warning. Alright, got it. Your Honor, I have it on good authority that Red Bear will be returning to the Mojave with a bevy of slaves. While it's likely he'll sell most of the women to the Vipers, I could have him hold on to several of the young boys for you if you'd like. Yeah, the Judge was a pedophile. Thus, the loss of his head. If you'd like. I appreciate your continued support for my business endeavors in the Mojave. If you should need anything at all, Shadow Company is at your service. Sincerely, Norman Meston, Commander, Shadow Company. Humble request. Your Honor, I'd like to submit a target for assassination under the usual terms. 10,000 caps. Ooh, excuse me. Since Doc Friday drifted into that saloon last month, my ability to conduct raids has been seriously undermined. Last week he killed 2 of my best men, and morale has definitely taken a definite turn for the worse. Ghouls like Friday are a disease, and I want him removed as soon as possible. If your men can dispose of him within the week, I'll throw in another 5,000 caps upon termination. Thank you. Respectfully, Slade. We'll meet him. Actually, we're going to meet Red Bear, too, and Norman. But we'll get to that. Warning. Richter, my sources indicate that Randall's nascent firm is damaging our business contacts in the Mojave, particularly since he started using Clarissa. I don't have to tell you what will happen if we continue losing revenue because of Randall's little renegade. Take care of this immediately, or Mr. Kagan himself will hear of your failure. Fisk. I don't believe we meet Mr. Kagan. We may meet him during the evil path, but I've never done the evil path yet. Well, I may do the evil path. Harmonica. Judge, do you know anything about this Harmonica fellow? He plugged a client of mine last week, and I want to settle up with him. All I've heard is that he's some kind of psychopath and not to be trifled with. Regardless, he owes me. If you have any information on this fellow, I'll happily compensate you. Now, this is actually a reference further back, actually. Where is it? Okay, before all the dead money. Stain page, nope. There's examples. There's a lot of notes in dead money. Let's see. Alright, warning, here we go. Sergio, your little brother plays a mean harmonica. Frank. I believe this is the reference, is what this guy is referencing. Is harmonica. And a favor. Judge, Sergio will be in your vicinity soon, so please give him a warm welcome. I've heard you're having some trouble with Randall and his little stooge, Clarissa. Hey! So just put Sergio on it. He really enjoys his work, so you don't have to pay him much. I've tried to teach him the value of bartering, but he stopped listening to me years ago. Guess that's how it goes with brothers, I guess. Maybe you can talk some sense into him, Marco. Ah, right. Okay. So, Sergio is Marco's brother. Marco is the SOB that Randall wanted us to kill. And go all the way back down here, and the dead guy that we found south of Novak near the Viper encampment was Sergio's little brother, which means that this guy not only cheesed off Sergio, but also cheesed off Marco. I don't think we meet this guy, or if we do, he will be happy that it's us that he met instead of those two. I do know for a fact that we meet Sergio. Of course, Sergio will be less than amused at our meeting, but I don't care. Ah, the judge is safe. Stealth Boy, Stim Pack, 5,000 bottle caps, and movements. Various loots and movements. Alright, movements. Judge, Little Horn said I could rely on you as a contact in the Mojave. Regulators back east managed to chase me out of the capital wasteland, no thanks to that damn marshal. Which I believe is a reference to the Lone Wanderer, actually. Although, I may be wrong. Luckily, the pickings in the plains have been easy. There's no law in these parts, and the raiders just need leadership. My warband is gathering strength, and we're making a killing selling captives to the Legion. So far, Caesar has labeled us a Foederatus, which means, I think, enemy killer or something, which grants us license to pillage outside the Legion's territory, which is substantial. The Legion's control is nominal past the Rio Grande. When I've gathered enough men and material, I'll move my tribe further west. Until then, I'll be in touch. Marco. P.S. Say hello to Randall for me. I'm sure he's written me off as a dead end by now. Clearly, you didn't know Randall very well, did you? All right. Well, that is the end of New Vegas Bounties 1. And take that. Yeah. That's a huge bathtub. Or perhaps it just seems that way to me. Actually, I think he may have scaled it up so that because the judge is actually slightly larger than normal scale. Right, so anyway, that's the end of New Vegas Bounties 1. You've probably seen it. A few people have done it. But, so, I don't know if there's another, I think there's another scene or two. But, we do have one more thing that we need to do before, nope, alright. So there's one more thing that we need to do before we really end the chapter. And I'm actually going to take us home. Yep, teleport home. And then we're actually going to leave by our front door. For one last time. Or, well, not one last time, but for the moment we're going to leave by the front door. Because it's close to where we need to go. I've been having some issues with the armory, so I'm going to stay out of there just for the moment. I think the New Vegas needs to be restarted before I can go back in there. I really could have sworn I had more than 3 snow globes. Open the door, thank you. Radiated. And now we can move out here. I will definitely have to correct the snow globe issue. But the reason we're here is, well, we've been asked to raise a bomber from Lake Mead, and it's one of those really fun quests, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Do I have... Okay, I have the quest rebreather. Alright, that's fine. Let's see. I believe it's been... Oh, right, because, yeah. I believe it's been tweaked so that the rebreather is no longer a permanent quest item. How do you carry it? Oh, it looks like a 44. Oh, it's 44. Alright. Anyway, I think it's been tweaked so that the rebreather is no longer a quest item. Let's try a gun. There we go. Last thing I want to do is accidentally teleport myself back home. Alright, so anyway. So that once the quest is done, we can actually put the rebreather away, but I'm not entirely certain. It's been a little bit. No, it's a sign. I thought that sign there, just by the crosshair, I could have sworn that was a Legion banner, and as I was walking up, they were coming after me again. Like I said, I just encountered them, so they shouldn't be harassing me this quickly. However, oh, we can actually do 2 quests as we go along this way. Ah, trade caravan. Yep. We'll do 2 things. First of all, we'll get our license. Ah, thank you, Raoul. Right. We'll get our bounty hunting license from Captain Skull. He really did get away with that, and I just now noticed it. He actively called his bounty hunter, the leader of the bounty hunters, Captain Skull. Brilliant. I'm gonna slip into this and then have a word with our friendly neighborhood merchant. And by word, I mean I'm going to sell him. Well, I was going to sell him some stuff. But it looks as though I completely forgot to mod my... Okay, well, I'm feeling brilliant. Cthulhu, that's hilarious. Yeah. Highwayman, give me the minigun, the 250 shot, and the laser rifle. Ah. No, come back here. Hey, you! Put the money in the stuff. Come back here. Aha! I have 52,000 caps. That's just kind of not enough. Oh, that's... Yes. Blast it. Alright, weapons. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Come here. Nope, there we go. Alright, let's try that again. That's a little better. Alright, I'll keep the evening redness because it's kind of awesome. And that's... another vodka, the whiskey, and the wine. That's really all of it. Alright, and now we can put our proper armor back on. And head on to Boulder City. We're gonna take a little bit of a shortcut to Boulder City. Because we can actually just clip up over that mountain there. This one might run a little bit long, but it's the end of a chapter, and so I think I'm okay with that. I'm pretty sure everybody else will be. I say everybody else, but Shiniki's the only one who actually watching, so go figure. Anyway, I thought I discovered this already. There's actually not. There's a door you can go in, but there's nothing in there. I think it's actually a trap because when you come out, you'll tend to spawn Legion assassins. And I think that's the only reason it's there, so that when you come out, you can be ambushed by assassins. Not that they seem to have any trouble ambushing you when they're... what's the phrase I'm looking for? When they just spawn out of the middle of nowhere, but... I think that's part of the reason they're trying to disguise that. Okay. That seems to be a dead scorpion. Not that I'm terribly concerned by scorpions, mind you. No? Oh, it looks like... oh, no, it's just a part of the... excuse me. Oh, it's you. Please die. Yeah, the scorpions around here aren't very smart. But, they're actually worth a few XP. The bigger one's more than the little one. I think these are 25s, and the little ones are 3s, and then the biggest ones are 50. I know the biggest ones are 50s. They're worth 50, but red scorpions, if you can kill them, are actually a pretty good source of experience. I've occasionally had reason to need a little bit more experience in the very early stages, and if you've got the DLC, or not the DLC, but the Courier Stash pre-ordered packages, you actually get the Mercenaries Grenade Rifle. Thought I heard gunfire. You get the Mercenaries Grenade Rifle and some grenades when you wake up in Doc Mitchell's house. That is the quickest way available to... That place is incredibly dangerous. We're gonna go in there eventually. Keep meaning to... Ooh. Excuse me. Ah, level 21. Lucky 21, actually. Hello? Boulder City Jail. It's cramped enough in there. Everybody wait out here.
Okay.
Quiet, Raoul. Thank you very much. Let's see. I like this place. It's nice and... I actually changed the lighting so it's better lit. It used to be kind of dark in here. Ah,
hello.
Larry Skull. Hello.
What can I do for you, miss?
Wow, your voice changed. I'd like to apply for a bounty hunting license.
Alright, there isn't really an application. It's more of a briefing.
That's better.
We're trying to bring law and order to these parts. I don't really care if you like the NCR or not. Just bring in the bad guys and you'll get paid, plain and simple. Now, if that's an acceptable arrangement, I'll have your license ready in a moment. So what's your answer?
That's fine. His voice is vastly changed from the old versions. Yes, that's fine.
Why wouldn't it be? If you've got the guts, it's easy money. One thing, though, unlike these mercenary firms, we do pay higher for live bounties. I understand that you can't talk everyone down, so we also pay for fingers. However, you're giving up cash if you always go in guns blazing. In order to assist you with getting these live bounties, I'm going to issue you a bounty collar, which is just a modified slave collar. This little device goes around their neck. When you manage to talk them down or coerce them, slap this on. If they stray off course, it will start prodding them with a nice dose of electricity. If they head for the hills, it'll fry their ass. Take my word for it, it ain't pretty. Once you get it on, they won't wander. And when they turn themselves in, just come in and claim the bounty. The collar has an electronic signature that indicates it's your bounty, so don't worry about someone taking credit for your work. You'll find bounty posters scattered throughout the territory. If there's a poster, we've got the paperwork on them, so just bring them in. That's pretty much it. Here's the collar and your license. Come back if you have any questions, and happy hunting.
Fantastic. Okay, so the new bureaucracy. Awesome. And then you basically, if you come up and read this poster, NCR is offering a bounty of 500 caps for the termination of the fiend leader known as Lobo. He's wanted for murder and other felonies. He was last sighted at Zap's neon signs. We haven't seen that yet, but I know where it's at. He should only be pursued by armed professionals. To collect the bounty, submit proof of Lobo's death to Captain Larry Skull at the Boulder City Jail. This is a rare one for New Vegas Bounties 2. Most of them have a live or dead, and then the reward is fairies. However, this one, they just want him dead. Mostly because fiends are not well known for wanting to come back alive. Poor Mal, he really, really likes his Latin. We'll come back to all the rest of... I love the fact that these posters actually... Yeah, hi. These posters actually... Here. The Mongol Kid. Kidnapping, last seen, Lone Wolf Radio, 250 alive, $100 dead. If you inspect this, 250 caps for the capture of the Mongol Kid, leader of the Mongols, radical offshoot from the Great Khans, wanted for kidnapping and other crimes against the state. Last sighted at Lone Wolf Radio, accompanied by several well-armed gang members. He is extremely dangerous and should be pursued only by armed professionals. Collect the bounty, submit Mongol Kid or proof of his death to Captain Larry Skull at the Boulder City Jail. But you can actually... I missed the telequest, I'll get it in a second. But you can actually look at the poster and see who they are. And it's a pretty good representation, by the way. What they've done, where they're at, and the reward without actually activating the quest, which I really, really adore. And it's something that some coward for a minute. Oh, yeah.
Hi.
And this terminal actually has information about a lot of the bounties. We'll get to that once we get actually started in New Vegas bounties too. But Clarissa's not really ready to get get her bounty hunter on. We're actually going to take, well, a vacation from the Mojave. We're going to go. Oh, don't forget the companions. Yep. We're actually going to take a little vacation from the Mojave. We're going to head north and help out a. Oh, I forgot about you, numbskulls. Say goodbye. I have to put my mods on. Hang on. If we come here. Nope, not here. Here. Weapons. Not you. Anti-material rifle custom action. Faster rate of fire. But anti-material rifle composite stock. Minus 1/4 of the weight. This weighs 20 pounds. Oops, no. Stop it. And improved muzzle brake for plus 10 attack damage, as if this thing needed any more attack damage. But now it only weighs 15. Without it, it does 116 damage, but with it, it does 128 damage, and it's not not even close to full condition. Quite frankly. Ow! Ow. Yes, you guys go play with the bloody. Right, forgot about these guys. Ow. Anyway. Where was I? Ah, tech site. Techs. Okay. Tech raiders. Oh, and I've leveled up. Excellent. I should now be able, well, to do this. Yes! Ooh. Now I got a choice of perks. Where is it? So option 1 is Pack Rat. Pack Rat cuts the weight of anything that weighs 2 or less in half. That's everything, every piece of ammo I carry, except for missiles and mini nukes. Ooh, that's stats. The other option is, I cannot remember the name of the perk. Jury rigging's a good one. I could have taken that earlier, but I missed it. Sniper is okay, but I don't use VATS. Sniper is actually way more useful for an automatic user, because you can spray bullets at them when they're close with VATS. Where is the silly perk? Alright, well, I'm going to take Pack Rat, because I cannot find the other perk that I was looking for. But it's basically I'll have to look it up, but it's a perk that cuts the weight of heavy weaponry. Nope, Nope. Automatic mover, fast metabolism. What is the name of that perk? Hang on. Yeah, this one's kind of fun if you're a melee character. And it does go above the maximum of 10, which is very useful. Heavyweight. I need more strength. Alright, I can do that. See, so basically, weapons heavier than 10 pounds weigh half as much. So this would now would weigh 7.5. Alright, I can get more strength. That's not difficult. So, we're going to count that as done. And now, all this steak, all this food, now weighs half what it used to. And so does all this ammo. It's just a map. You can see I went from 190 something to 161. That's just absolutely insanely good. I'm sitting here trying to press Alt to hold my breath. That's you. Okay, that should be everybody. Now, who else is detecting me? Oh. Ah, that's gonna need some... Right. Here's the other bodies. Tech Raiders, stealth... Yeah. Stealth boys now weigh half a pound instead of 1 pound. You had a shotgun, that's why. And a service rifle forged receiver. Alright, service rifle is not my favorite gun. But... Okay, now... Who wants to kill me? Lots of people, probably. I do have to go up there for return this. Oh. Yeah. Seriously. Look, just stop trying to antagonize the highwaymen. It's not gonna work out for you. Sometimes they have Lake Mead, but not. Here we go. Yep. And 3. And it's actually pretty good food. Alright, so our quest, if we go to quests, is Volare. Attach the ballast from Loyal to the B-29 to the bottom of Lake Mead. And apparel. And a rebreather. Which rather amusingly does not remove our helmet, even though our helmet's technically in the... Excuse me. I appear to have misplaced my helmet overlay. Ah, here we go. Come down here. I think I've actually been to the platform. Yeah, I know I've been to the platform up there because I got its Wasteland Survival Guide. There's a couple of ways to do this quest with mods. One way is, yeah, he's not really that floaty, but New Vegas is not a big fan of companions trying to go underwater. He'll keep floating up because Robco Certified keeps teleporting him down to me, which is kind of fun. Oh, you guys are back. Alright. Let's go deal with you guys real quick. Ow. Okay, let's not. Oh, well, that was special, wasn't it? Yep, it was. How far back were we? Oh, not that far back. That's good. Although I think it was before the perk. Brilliant. Right, I completely forgot about that being out in the middle, and forgot how much of a pain in the neck those guys were. No, I don't want to find Lobo. I want to float a boat. Alright, I just looted those guys, which means that there's this guy over here. Okay, let's not stand in front of him and let the highwayman deal with it. Because you can't cripple highwayman's head, and he mashes your head in. Alright, so. Anyway, as I pointed out before... Oh, I need my rebreather. Arrow. Rebreather. There we go. And now I have damage resistance of 3 and damage threshold of 30. Actually, I did grab a perk. Let me... What was it called? What was the name of that perk? Voice modulators. Because we did get a perk from New Vegas bounties. Hunter's Toughness, there we go. I think that's a +3 on resistance. Oh. actually don't need to be wearing my backpack. Which does slightly reduce my damage threshold, but that's alright. So, we're headed this way. We're gonna skirt around the platform this time. The companions might get involved, but that's fine. I already cleared that out once, so I don't really want to do it again. And we're running way long, but we'll probably go back to the boomers and turn this in before we actually move on to Honest Hearts, but that will be for our next chapter, which will be actually be chapter 4. Actually, I like swimming underwater here in New Vegas. I mean, I enjoy underwater sections in general, but the last one that I actually enjoyed in the main Elder Scrolls series was Oblivion, because you can still attack. But I've discovered that in New Vegas there are enemies that can attack underwater, i.e. Mirelurks, which is obnoxious because it means you can't attack underwater, because you cannot attack underwater, which is completely insane, all things considered. And there is the bomber. Now there is actually, or had actually been, I believe, I don't know if it's still there, a bomber at an actual B-29 bomber at the bottom of Lake Mead. It was part of a Sun Chaser project, I believe. Attached ballast. I love the fact that there's actually a deployable ballast quest item. Unlike some games that would just say, oh yeah, go and do it, and it just magically appears. New Vegas actually gives you a piece of gear that does it. Now we gotta go this way. We have to go a little carefully because there are enemies nearby. I'd suddenly had forgotten all about them. More tech raiders, if you're curious. Not that I think Highwayman's gonna have any trouble whatsoever dealing with them, but it could be annoying. Oh, there they are. Fortunately. Stay still.
Who gets to clean up all this blood? Me, that's who.
There we go. Okay, it looks like there's somebody else there, but here we go. And aha! Oils. Please don't stand in front of me, thank you. Weapons. Oils detonator. Here we go. I just adore this section. Pull that trigger, and the B-29 pops up to the surface. Alright. This... Oh, Cazador's right. Alright. I'm going to switch to another gun. I'm going to loot these tech raiders. Ooh, hello. They have a lot of good vanilla weapon mods on them. Oh, wait, we got somebody else. That was a sawed-off shot. That's not a sawed-off shotgun. Oh, you had the hunting shotgun. Right. Let's see. Where is he? I know I blew a guy off the thing, but... Oh. Okay. Well... I've fallen down and can't get back up. Alright. Oh, here's the dead guy. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure how she ended up down there, but... Lots of good mods on these guys. Oh. Yes, New Vegas. I can... I know there's an enemy there.
Don't stand
we don't
still.
seem to be able to do anything about it. So. Alright, well, I'm gonna see what I can do, and if not, nothing else, I will simply teleport home. I'm pretty sure I can teleport out even though I'm in combat. But this has been Chapter 3 of Modded... Oh. Been Chapter 3 of Modded Fallout New Vegas with Triax 2
Me, that's who.
and his annoying robot friends. I will see you guys in the next chapter. Bye.